This video is sponsored by me. I have a Patreon, which is down below. Thank you to everyone that supports me on there. We have an amazing community. And also I have merch available at emmablackeryshop.com. There's tons on there. Don't miss it. Anyway, onto the video. Hey everyone, how's it going? So I've noticed that recently on TikTok, everybody but everyone is talking about their vinyl collection. So I thought I'd talk about mine. I don't have a massive vinyl collection, but I do have some really interesting vinyl. Now, I haven't actually collected any vinyl since about 2018, so there's nothing really recent in here, but I do love the things I have, so I'm going to show you now. I asked you guys on Twitter to send me some prompts for these vinyls, like, you know, my most expensive or rarest, etc, etc. And I've picked out a few, and if you like this video, there's tons more I can do, so let me know. Corey says, show us your prettiest vinyl, either favourite colour or sleeve art. So for this one, I've picked this album. This is Give Up by the Postal Service. This album was very, very big with the emos back when it was first released. It's the singer from Death Cab for Cutie, which is one of my favourite bands. Now, this isn't my favourite vinyl of all time by any means, but I picked this one for this because on the inside, it has the most beautiful artwork. I think it's absolutely stunning. And then it folds again, and then you have this. I just think it's a testament to what can be done. I mean, it's huge. This vinyl is absolutely huge. It's so heavy. And it folds again. And here is the third sort of piece of artwork in here. I just think the effort that was put into this, having this like double, triple gatefold, whatever you'd call it, I just think it's gorgeous. And I look at it from time to time. I just stare at it. I don't know if anyone else does that with the vinyl. You just stare at it. The vinyl themselves, they're plain black in colour. But I mean, you know, what more can you really ask for from this, you know? And then on the back, it's very emo. I absolutely love it. It's got 3 records in here. I can't remember how much this one cost. Probably quite a bit, but it was a very, very long time ago. But I love it. Sunny says, what's the vinyl you've had the longest? Now that one was very easy for me to find because I bought this back in, I think it would have been 2009, maybe early 2010, before I even had a record player, and I've kept this for years. I bought this back when I was an absolutely massive Placebo fangirl, and this is the big deluxe version of the album Battle for the Sun, which was my favourite album for a very long time. And it's the only signed one I have as well. It's so old, it's even signed by the drummer who's no longer in the band. If we take a quick look in here, it's basically like 2 big books. There's also, oh, I didn't even know there was a poster in here. There's also a poster. How long have I had this and I didn't know there was a poster? Oh my god, this should have been on my wall. Oh my god, that's massive. I didn't even know that existed. Isn't it nice when you find surprises? So I've got a massive Placebo poster in there. Mint condition, I say, as I touch it with my grubby paws. Did not know that was in there. Basically, one side has the deluxe version of the album. I think there are DVDs in here as well, of like behind the scenes of making the album. And the books are beautiful as well. Like they've got, you know, all the lyrics and just really cool photo shoots and things like that. They're both really, really stunning. I can't show you every page, obviously, but it's beautiful. And then this other book, this is the one with the vinyl in it. And you know what? I've never even looked at these vinyl because I never played it. Yeah, plain black. Maybe this was the most expensive one. I can't really remember how much I paid for it. But yeah, this book doesn't have any lyrics in it. It just has pictures. But yeah, I've never ever played it, even though I've had it for 13 years. That's my oldest vinyl. There you go. Amanda wants to know, do you have any picture discs? I have 2 picture discs. The first one is Sam's Town by The Killers. I absolutely love this album. Hot Fuss is still my favourite album. I have that as well. But this was the only way I could get hold of Sam's Town when I was living in Brighton. I don't know if they did any alternatives to this. But as you can see, it's got, I don't know, a goat? What is that? I'm not entirely sure. But the other side is actually a bit more iconic. There you go, that's the album cover. And I just think that's absolutely beautiful. I love the red ring on the outside. 2006, wow. So you've got a picture of the band and then you've got all of the credits as well. This is the only one that I have in any kind of plastic sleeve. Like I said, it came like this. I don't have all of my stuff in plastic sleeves. I know that's like a really big thing. But to be honest, I'm not someone that's looking to like massively preserve things. I'm not, you know, keeping hold of vinyl for any sort of monetary value. I just really, really like them. So that kind of stuff doesn't really matter too much to me. They're kept out of harm's way for the most part. I've managed to train the cat to stop trying to claw them. I'm sure that will pain a lot of people to hear that. But the second picture disc, this is one that I want to talk about because this one could count as like my favourite album of all time, my favourite vinyl of all time if you want. I think you know what it's going to be. I love it so, so much. It's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this work of art. It's the best album. I will not hear any slander. I will not hear any rep slander. So on the inside of this, we have the beautiful, beautiful Taylor Swift. Oh, I love this picture. It's one of my favourite pictures. And the first disc, I'll take it out off camera so no one moans at me for the way I touch vinyl. It's like this, and then we have this. How gorgeous. Pun not intended. And both of these obviously have their individual sleeves as well, and I think they have the lyrics on them as well. And then the second one looks like this, and looks like this. So there you go. Don't know how much it's worth. I try not to look up the value of vinyl on Discogs or anything like that, to be honest, because it just doesn't interest me too much. You know, at the end of the day, I'll pay what I think an album is worth. And I would sell it for what I think it's worth. I don't really care about, you know, the whole buying and selling of vinyl. It's not really my thing. This is the best album of all time and I'll hear no slander. Emily wants to know, whose vinyl do you have the most of? And this might be something that people aren't expecting. I thought it was going to be the White Stripes because I have almost every White Stripes album because I'm a huge White Stripes fan. But it actually turned out that I have the most vinyl from an artist called Roy Orbison. Now, Roy Orbison made music back in, I think it was the 60s and 70s primarily. But he has such a wonderful voice. I went through a massive Roy Orbison phase where I just wanted to listen to everything he did because I just loved his voice. So I have the Ultimate Collection. With this, you know what, if you wanted to get into Roy Orbison or know who I'm talking about and you don't, pick up this. It's gonna give you like the basics. I mean, when it's called the Ultimate Collection, that's kind of what you figure, right? Don't know why I did that. Doing that on my shoulder. It's just a standard sort of, you know, Ultimate Collection. And then we also have Roy Orbison Regeneration. Again, I don't know how old these are. This one says it's copyright 1977. I don't know if this is from 1977, but I picked up these back when I lived in Brighton. There's a vintage shop down there called Snooper's Paradise, and I used to go through their record collection for hours and hours. So a lot of these are true, you know, vintage records, as it were. This one is Rare Orbison by Roy Orbison, and yeah, they're pretty rare songs on this one. Does this have a year on it? 1989. So then we have Roy Orbison, The Original Sound. It says copyright 1969. I don't think this is from 1969 though. I mean, if it is, that's pretty cool. And then we have The Orbison Way. I love it. I absolutely love his voice. It's really, really lovely. You should listen to him if you haven't. By the way, I'm sure a lot of you are aware and au fait with Roy Orbison. I'm not trying to, you know, be patronising, but there might be some of you who haven't listened to it. But there will be some songs that you know. This one says copyright 1965. Look at that. It's got all this, like, all these weird instructions on them. It tells you how to use a vinyl. That's mad. And finally we have Roy Orbison, Running Scared. Now this is obviously a more modern reprint, as you can see. This is 2017, so. And this one also has a ton of like his biggest hits, and that looks like that. So that's the artist that I have the most vinyl from. I said swiftly followed by the White Stripes. So I have most of those. I don't have Elephant. I think that's the only one I need. Onyx wants to know your favourite vinyl of your own music. Well, that has to be my deluxe version of my most recent album, Girl in a Box. I think the reason I love this so much is because I was behind all of the creative decisions with the album, the artwork, the photo shoot, and I was the person who designed all of this and got it sent off to the designers. No, manufacturers. You can still get these on my store, by the way, emmablackeryshop.com. There's also the standard version as well, which comes with a black disc. But this one is very special. It's got all the lyrics, and the reason I love it so much, big reveal, is it didn't come out. Look at that. It is so much more luminescent in real life. It's completely bright neon. And that was a reference to my black and green jumper that I wore so much. I absolutely love the colour of it. I chose this bright green to go with the red because I knew it wouldn't go, and I like that because I don't fit in a box. Yeah, that's the one that I'm most proud of. Obviously I still have the Villains LP as well, and I've got that in the red colour and the yellow colour and the standard black colour because we did way too many of those. Printed far too many. Didn't we? Waterpark63 wants to know, what's vinyl you regret buying? Now this one might be a bit of an interesting choice, but the reason that I regret buying this is just because I never played it. I just thought it looked really cool, and it was an album that I used to love when I was a kid. But, you know, I bought it and then never played it, and it's this. This is Scissor Sisters. I think this is their debut album. It's got like Comfortably Numb, Take Your Mama, Filthy Gorgeous. This was a really big album back in like 2004. And on the inside you just have members of the band. So it's a two disc. No, it's a one disc. It's a singular disc. Oh, well, colour me silly. But yeah, it was just a impulse purchase really. I saw it in a record shop and I thought, hey, that looks really cool on vinyl. I don't remember how much it was. I don't think it was massively expensive, but I just, you know, looking back, would I buy it again? No, because I just don't play it. But it is cool. It is cool to look at. I love the artwork of this. I always thought it was really, really beautiful. Nathan wants to know, what is your rarest vinyl and which one was the most expensive? So, 2 answers. My rarest vinyl is actually my own vinyl. I want to talk about this more in my next video coming next week. So this has 6 tracks on it. It's just an EP. It's called Magnetized. This EP is 5 years old this year. I can't believe it. But basically, because it's limited to 250 copies, they do go for quite a bit of money on Discogs sometimes. More about that soon. More about that very, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled for news. Anyway, this was a gorgeous baby blue vinyl. I absolutely love it, and I've had to study it meticulously recently for certain reasons. I feel like I might as well just say what I'm doing at this point. This is getting a reissue very soon. Okay, you know, what's the point in being so coy if I'm so obvious about it? I am getting these reprinted. They are with the manufacturer now. And I know that there's still a thing about, you know, first editions, but the new edition is going to have the demo for Don't Come Home as well. The slower piano version. It'll be the first time it's available on, you know, on anything outside of YouTube. So there it is. That's the rarest one. So, I mean, I guess because it's first edition, it's always going to have that rare kind of thing. But this is soon going to be more available for you guys. So that's a nice announcement, isn't it? And which was the most expensive? I don't know if this is the most expensive, but this is the one that I remember spending quite a bit of money on. And this is called Hero of Time, and this is performed by the Slovak National Symphony Orchestra. This is just Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time songs performed by an orchestra. Look at that beautiful artwork. Absolutely stunning. I think I paid around £45 to £50 for this, which I know compared to a lot of vinyl doesn't sound that expensive, but for me it was quite expensive. But you have to check out these discs. I absolutely love them. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And the other side, look at that. Look how stunning that is. Looks like this. They're absolutely beautiful. Like I said, is it the most expensive vinyl out there? Probably not. Is it the most I've spent on a vinyl? Also probably not, but it's the one that I remember spending quite a bit of money on. And look at it, the quality is just outstanding. I absolutely love it. And finally, Joe wants to know which vinyl has the most sentimental value to you. Now this one was easy for me. It's this album here. It's called Forget and Not Slow Down by Relient K. And this is actually my favourite album of all time. Like, if I was to be exiled onto a desert island, I would pick this album. Sorry, Reputation. You are still my favourite, but this is my favourite. I absolutely adore this album. If you haven't listened to this album, you should. It's wonderful. I remember finding out about Relient K, I think Tessa made like a music video for one of their songs called Savannah. And I looked them up from there and I just fell in love with them. I think they're a wonderful band. But the thing I love about this album, I've never seen this colourway for a vinyl in my life. It's brown. It's a brown vinyl. They're both this colour, so I'm not going to get the other one out, but how cool is that? It's like a chocolate ice cream. I just want to chomp it. I just think it's really cool. I've never seen a brown vinyl before. And I actually forgot about it. I picked this out the other day just to look at it, and I was like, what? It's absolutely beautiful. And it's a wonderful, wonderful album. If you haven't listened to it, please go and listen to it. And that's everything I have to show you today. Like I said, I've got tons more vinyl downstairs, so if you have any other sort of, you know, prompts you'd like me to, you know, address, I totally can. If you want to see more of my collection, then let me know and I'll do a follow-up video to this. So yes, don't forget, keep your eyes peeled on my socials. I'll also post on my community tab when pre-orders for the new Magnetize are going to be available. It's going to be the same artwork, same baby blue colour, I made sure. Everything here is completely identical. It's just going to have one extra track on there. And that's pretty much going to be the only way you're going to know, I think, that it's a second edition. But yeah, more on that next week. I'm going to talk about why I've made that decision properly next week. But thank you for watching. Let's talk vinyl. How about you answer all of the questions that were in this video down below in the comments. I'd love to know what your favourite vinyl is and what your rarest one is and your most expensive one is. Let me know, let's talk. Anyway, until next time guys, I shall catch you later.